talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Whenever you talk about these two teams, you can't help but mention Kevin Durant and LeBron James. And LeBron James, and even though you consider it a little bit of a rivalry kind of thing, is it really because LeBron's won like the 12 of the last 15 meetings? So I mean, it shows that it's really shifted in his favor. But the Cavaliers have won the game 115-92. LeBron finished with 25 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. Kyrie Irving left in the second quarter due to illness. He felt sick, so he left. He went 1 of 5 from the floor. Kevin Love had a monstrous game. I mean, the man had 29 points, 11 rebounds. He was 9 of 18 from the field and 11 of 12 from the free throw line. So he was being aggressive. And then I mean they got good bench contribution for Timothy Mozgov with 11, Richard Jefferson with 15.
Yeah, J.R. Smith is 15
too. He started though.
Yeah.
But and then for the Thunder, Russell Westbrook had 20 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds. 1 rebound shy of a triple double. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant did what Kevin Durant does. He was 10 of 21, 26 points, and 5 rebounds. And Serge Ibaka had 12 points. He was 6 of 14. See, the Thunder where they lacked in this game is that their bench didn't do anything really. The highest scorer off the bench was Cameron Payne with 6 points.
That's crazy.
And his Cantor went 2 of 5 for 5 points. So guys, what did you think? What did you guys think about this Thunder and Cavaliers game? I mean, is this something that like we're starting to see now that the Cavaliers are becoming more of a threat to the Warriors kind of thing? Because now under Tyronn Lue, you see they played better against the top talent in both conferences. Against Toronto, they played better. Against the Thunder, they played better. So what do you guys think about this game and what it means for Cleveland? Khalid, start us off. What do you think?
I do think they've been coached well. We're coached so much better than they were before. At least they're more what's the word I'm looking for? They're more stable. They're not all over the place like they were in that Warriors game where Kevin Love was just lost. But they're a little bit more stable. They look more concrete. So I think the downfall in this game wasn't the skill of Cleveland, but like some of the shortcomings of Oklahoma City. Like you said, the bench, the highest scorer on the bench had 6 points in Cameron Payne, and it's sad because they only had 3 players to score more than 10 points. And you have a bench that can't even provide you with at least efficient scoring like that, then when the starters is out, the ones that primarily get all your points, you're going to be very hurt with a defensive team like Cleveland because they can force those turnovers and capitalize off of those points. And at least on their bench, they had a couple of people over 10 points. So I do think that Oklahoma City needs to fix their bench, one, because you can't have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant playing a very long time because they're going to get tired and they're going to start looking sloppy. And you can't just have it just on their shoulders the whole time.
All right, Rashad, what do you think?
I don't know if it's the Cleveland Cavaliers that's playing. Well, they are playing better. They're running. They're getting up and down the floor a lot faster now. A lot more running than they were. Because you got to prepare for a team like Golden State. But I don't know if it's really the Cavs we can talk about, or is it the Thunder? Because again, the Thunder, when it comes down to the end of the game, it goes back to the same thing they always do. Between either Kevin Durant or Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm. So that's something that doesn't get fixed. It didn't get fixed with Donovan. It wasn't fixed with Brooks. So what is the problem here? Like, what's the problem with this team actually? So as you see, when they play top teams, when it starts getting closer to the game where like, all right, the game is close. Well, it starts off close. Let's say start off close because, the Cavaliers ran away with it towards the end.
29.
So it was close for a good while. And then they started doing the isolation ball. And then that's what happens. You get runs at the Cavaliers, easy dunks, LeBron, bad passes. I remember that fast. I don't know if y'all remember that fast break. Just a bunch of bad plays in there for the Thunder's aspect.
The funny thing is, like, the whole tide of the game changed after Russell Westbrook made that dunk. It like kind of shifted in Cleveland's favor.
Why you say that?
After that dunk, because they went 29 of 11 after that, like in the third quarter.
So you saying Westbrook stunt gave them momentum?
No. I just say it's kind of weird that the dunk, like after that dunk, that they just went off after that.
Because if you said how to play, if you watch that play, how it happened, that ball didn't move from Westbrook's hands.
I know,
and that's how the whole game went. After that, it didn't move from nobody's. If it was one pass, and then that person get the ball, do something. So I think it's more so the Thunder needs help. The Thunder needs to figure out what's going on with them, because right now, as like I said, they're probably one of the best bets for Golden State. But if they keep playing like they do, they have no chance. The Cavaliers are actually playing a lot better in the Tyronn Lue. I do give that. I still don't agree with the David Black firing, but it's been passed now. But they're playing a lot better. They're getting up and down the floor more. They're moving better. Kevin Love's actually more so you be able to spread the floor out and actually hit his shots now. He's playing a lot better than he was. Kyrie Irving's being productive. LeBron James is being LeBron James. So if the team continue what they're doing, Matthew Dellavedova is actually playing well too. So I think it's more, but regarding this game, I think it's more of the Thunder that need more attention than the Cavaliers do.
Okay. So I saw a funny stat that under Tyronn Lue, they're averaging 7 more points a game. The Cavaliers are. So I feel as though Tyronn Lue definitely does have them playing better. And I think one of the most notable changes that he's had them do is they're actually forcing the ball to Kevin Love in his spots. He's not just a spot up shooter anymore. He's getting they couldn't yesterday. OKC couldn't guard him. They kept switching the pick and rolls and they kept switching Kevin Durant onto him. And Kevin Durant is too small to guard Kevin Love. And it's not a thing about height. He's just not bulky enough. So Kevin Love can legit back him under the basket and then just throw a layup up or get fouled. And Kevin Durant is not big enough to guard him. So that's what they were doing all game yesterday. And then he was having his way with Serge Ibaka too. And so now that they're getting him the ball on that right in the low post area on that left elbow, so he can work. He doesn't have to keep hoisting these threes. And when he hoisting the threes, he's already hot or he's in rhythm, so he has to touch for it,
knocking him down. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So now he's hitting them, and so it's making Cleveland look dangerous. It's making Cleveland look a lot dangerous. So do y'all believe? And one thing I also will note that when LeBron James actually plays the point guard role for the Cavaliers, they're 25-3. So do y'all think that maybe it's time that LeBron should take over as full-on point guard? Maybe that he should be the guy that's running the show more. I know they're trying to. I mean, Kyrie Irving's the point guard, but Kyrie Irving's not really. He's like a 6'3" shooting guard because everything Kyrie Irving does entails scoring. Everything he does, his handle and everything, he can create for himself for days because he has the handle to do so. But he's not really a distributor like LeBron James is. Like we saw, he had 11 assists this game. And he shows that he can get the ball moving everywhere. I mean, that's the best LeBron James when he doesn't catch the ball and the ball sticks. It's when he gets the ball moving and sets his teammates up to make plays. So do y'all think that maybe the Cavaliers are better with LeBron at the point guard position per se kind of thing?
No, I don't think they're better. I don't think they'll be better with him at point guard position. I think if LeBron just continue facilitating the ball, yes, but don't make him the strictly point guard. LeBron is bringing the ball to the court every possession. No, don't do that.
Right.
Let him continue on the wing. Let him be a possession player.
All right, Khaled.
Let him stay versatile in his position and just keep Kyrie.
You don't think that's part of his versatility though?
That is. That is his versatility. But I'd rather him do it from the wing than top of the key.
Yeah, because I mean they're 25-3 when he plays point guard. When he plays that point guard role, I mean they only got 3 losses on the season. I mean right now they got what 14. They got 14 losses on the season. So I mean those other losses came when he wasn't playing the facilitating role. So
I mean, the facilitating role? You can play that from the wing still.
No, you can't. I'm just saying. Do you think it's because it shows the record shows that they're better when he is that guy, when he's the one that's making the decisions of how the offense should be.
Oh, that's completely on him though. Yeah, that's completely on. He goes into the game with the mindset or not.
I don't think it's completely on him because if you're a coach, if y'all go out there and you're giving, because Kyrie normally the one that comes up and calls the play and everything like that, and he'll come and get the ball. But if you're telling me he's the guy that's bringing the ball up, now maybe not every play, but for most of the game he's that point guard or point forward, whatever you want to call him, then it makes things different because he's the one that's calling the plays, whether he's calling for himself or for somebody else. He's the one that's calling the plays. So that's different in a way than what he's already doing to me at this point in time. What were you gonna say, Colin?
I forget.
You said I forgot. Brendan
really
hit him with
I
that.
think
What's the name?
I think he was talking. Yeah, but it's gonna come back to it.
It's gonna come back to this man when we're talking about Barry Bonds.
You're gonna be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is what I
And you're gonna say something about the Russell Westbrook and the Thunder earlier too.
Oh, me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking about that. The whatchamacallit, the dunk. It was like no. It was his explosiveness I was trying to go at because like Rashad was saying, like the ball didn't leave his hands after that point, and the fact that they have to rely on Russell Westbrook late and Kevin Durant late game for just scoring and stuff is very sad.
This is how I look at those two. This is how I'm actually looking at Durant more because we already knew Westbrook basically had that like Jordan and Kobe type killer instinct mindset thing. You want to put the game in his hands type thing. I'm actually seeing Durant do it a lot more now. I'm seeing Durant he's shooting a lot of reckless shots, but he's starting to get that mindset where this is my team. I need to make sure I can close this game out. But it's hurting the team. Both of them know it's hurting the team. You kind of get what I'm saying?
That's another thing I was gonna mention.
Yeah, you said you were gonna talk about something in the last topic, something about stars, and you never even.
Yeah, I was about to say it. If you put another star right there, it's gonna take away from Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant's like their determination to be the top scorer. I guess.
No, that's you're never one. Westbrook is the best player on his team in his eyes.
Of course,
he's like, who's Durant? That's Westbrook's eyes.
Okay, but having another star, it depends on the star.
You're not, but you can't make someone not efficient no more. You can't make Kevin Durant not efficient. Kevin Durant's still gonna shoot his 15 to 17 shots a game and still be efficient.
I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be efficient, but maybe they're gonna be trying. When they get the ball, they're gonna throw it up. Sooner than just passing it or something like that.
Wait, why would they do that if they have another starter there? Why would they just
lower
their possessions per
because of the competitiveness.
So are you saying that with another star, they'd be looking to get their shot when they touch the ball more, kind of thing? Like when they catch the ball because they realize, okay, I haven't gotten my touches yet. They're gonna start shooting the ball more.
So.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe so.
No,
you don't think so?
I don't see it.
It depends on which star it is, though.
Let's hypothetically speaking, if Anthony Davis went to that team and Enes Kanter was gone, they wouldn't be getting their touches. They'd be getting the ball. Anthony Davis gets double teamed. You have two shooters on the wings now. That's a lot better shooters.
I don't think double team Anthony Davis.
Yeah. You don't think he double team?
He's not going to get double teamed.
He's not going to get double teamed.
Yeah,
he's not getting double teamed.
Because who's the other big man? Oh yeah, Serge.
Yes, sir. He can shoot too. So
yeah,
you're not getting double teamed if you're on that team.
So
it's not happening. Everybody can shoot threes. Russell Westbrook's the worst 3-point shooter, but then you kick it out to him.
He's wide open.
You can dribble down to the mid range and just shoot his favorite shot. So, I mean, if Anthony Davis on that team, I mean, I don't know. I think their dynamic is set up just for those them. It's for them too. You know what I mean? But we saw how the dynamic was when James Harden was there, and I mean, it worked. It took him to the finals, and James Harden isn't as good as he is now. Back then, but
I don't think Westbrook and Durant was as good as they are now. Either.
No, they weren't. They weren't. But I mean, they were still two stars that had to share the ball. You know, what I mean, those guys were still the focal point of the team, and they made it work somehow. I mean. And the thing that people always get me about Russell Westbrook, people talk about Russell Westbrook as if he hasn't always averaged over 6 or 7 assists every year of his career. You know what I mean? Everybody talks about him like, I think I can't.
How many assists did he get?
Yeah, I think
11.
He had
11 assists. I
think I was debating with somebody about this over the weekend. Somebody told me Russell Westbrook is one of the most selfish players of the game, and they said because it's all. And that's the thing. This hasn't even been. I haven't seen any video of it. It hasn't been proven. It's just a little rumor that came out that Russell Westbrook went and checked his stats at the stat thing and told them to give him a rebound so he can get a triple double. What? So I didn't know that makes somebody selfish because you want a triple double. I didn't know that playing to facilitate your. I mean, I'm pretty sure I see LeBron James teammates hand him a rebound. They didn't want to touch the rebound because they wanted him to get the triple double. But I didn't know. I think it was Rudy I was debating it with. I think it was Rudy. Yeah, and he was saying that Russell Westbrook is a selfish guy because he thinks that Russell Westbrook's getting these triple doubles just for Russell Westbrook for his own personal gain. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I mean, even if you're getting triple doubles, that doesn't affect your greatness. I mean, he's the best rebounding guard there is in the game. The man averages more rebounds than I think his teammate, than Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant's 6'10", 6'9", and he averages just about as many, not more rebounds than him. So do you guys think he's a selfish player? Because I mean, I don't even know how to describe the question. That's how like.
In the aspect of winning a triple double, I don't think that's selfish.
Nah.
I can see that people will think he's selfish by the way he plays, but I just think he wants to win. He's a competitor. So if he feels like he's the best option on his team, even though he has Durant there. Like I told you, Russell Westbrook thinks he's the best player on his team.
Okay. What do you think?
And then if you get in a triple double and one of those doubles is an assist, how does that make the man selfish?
And that's the thing I don't get. So why do you think people see it as him? Do you think it's because Kevin Durant is there that
that's
selfish?
Think about it. Think about it last year when Kevin Durant went out and Westbrook went on that tear.
Loved him.
Everybody, Westbrook, oh my goodness. Exactly. Yeah. As soon as Durant's back, give him the ball, man. Give Durant the ball. Like, know your role. Like, but
just shut that man.
Like,
I don't get it. I don't think Russell Westbrook's I think if people are going to cite that one situation as his selfish moment because he wanted to make sure he got a triple double recorded. If I got another rebound that could have gave me a triple double, I want try to get the rebound. Yeah, I want the rebound too. What do you mean? And the thing is, there's not any footage on this incident. People were rumoring that's what happened, but it was never, factually, stated that that's what he actually did and what he actually did do. And even if it was what he did, LeBron James has done it. Michael Jordan has done it. And I never heard them two get called selfish. LeBron James has been called the most unselfish player for years. Everybody always talks about how LeBron James is the guy that everybody wants to play with because he gets everybody the ball and everything. Last time I checked, Russell Westbrook averages 10 assists this season. This is the last time I checked. He's second in assists. You know what I mean? And he's up there. The only guy that leads him is Rajon Rondo, and he's tied with John Wall. So the last time and he might actually be above John Wall now since he got 11 this past game, and John Wall had 8 against Miami the other night. So that could actually propel him to actually being above John Wall.
The anger in your voice, man.
No, man, because I hate when a player, because this is the same thing they did to Kobe. I mean, granted, Kobe was a different situation because Kobe was hosting the shots. I'm not going to say Kobe was hosting them, but people got to realize you got to look at situations when Smush Parker and Kwame Brown and Matthews Slavadanko are your next best players. Yeah, that's his actual name. And Luke Walton and Lamar Odom are your next best players. You're going to shoot a lot of shots.
Lamar was aight. Lamar was aight. Those other names you named, though.
Lamar Odom was a good player. But the key word is Lamar Odom can't be your second best player. He can't be your second best player. So when those other guys when Kobe's getting double and triple team, and he looks to his right and he sees Smush Parker over there, and looks to his left and sees Luke Walton over there, and he looks in the post and he sees Kwame Brown. And this is a funny story about Kobe. So I remember a story somebody told me about Kobe that one time in a game, Kobe was running a pick and roll with Kwame Brown. They trapped him, and he passed the ball and it hit Kwame Brown in the face. And Kwame just let it hit him. And he said, "Bro, why'd you pass me the ball?" And Kobe was like, "What?" And he said, "Why did you pass me the ball?" He's like, "I don't want the ball." Kobe's like, "You're open." And he's like, "No, I don't want it. I don't want the basketball." And Kobe, I can't use the word Kobe said, but to make it colorful.
You already know what Kobe said.
Yeah, he said, "What kind of, is this?" He was blown. That's
I'll be mad.
I can't even fathom if somebody was wide open and told me I don't want it. I would just look at you and imagine being as competitive as Kobe Bryant is, and he's just like, you're wide open under the basket, and you're telling me you don't want the basketball. It just doesn't add up, man. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. But
you basketball?
You know what I'm saying? And that's what Kobe is forced to play with. Now, Russell plays with a higher level of talent than that. But I feel like everybody's so quick to deem somebody selfish or so just because either that person might lead a team in shots. Now, Russell Westbrook shouldn't lead the Thunder in shots. I can agree with that. He shouldn't lead the Thunder in shot attempts because Kevin Durant's the better offensive option. He's a better scorer than Russell Westbrook. He's more efficient in everything. But as an overall player, we can make the debate about who's better. Russell Westbrook's a better defender. Russell Westbrook's a better. I mean, he's the point guard, so I mean, he's gonna average more assists.
Can I say something before you're gonna finish? That's my fault. You gonna finish?
No. Go ahead.
This is where I feel why Westbrook takes a lot of shots. I've never seen someone slow down Russell Westbrook for getting in the paint. Never seen it. So if he's already in the paint, he might as well just go up with it. You know what I'm saying?
Just go up.
Once I'm inside that arc, I'm in scoring range. So I understand why and a lot you think about it, other than Durant, who else is really taking those shots for them? Who else wants to really take those late game shots for them?
Anybody gonna take the basket like that?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen them give people the chance.
So
I don't. Serge Ibaka takes them when he actually gets the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When they actually get the ball, they'll take it. But you know what I'm saying. But go on.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I feel like Westbrook, if you get in the lane that easily, he's just gonna shoot the shot. Yeah, he's gonna attack the basket and go for layup, try to get the contact. A lot of times he don't get the contact because he's out of control, but he's getting better at it.
See, and that's now I'm starting to question about who's the better matchup for Golden State because the Thunder become so predictable sometimes. But I mean, they're so hard to guard because those two are just that great. But Cleveland's starting to look like they could possibly be the better matchup for Golden State now, especially now that they're using Kevin Love the right way. But Kevin Love's defense. If he could actually guard a shadow, you know what? We'd have a conversation. The only problem is Kevin Love can't play defense. So it kind of makes me a little iffy on him. But you know what, guys? We can't talk about Kevin Love and his poor defense forever. You got to move on. He said we can. Because we got, when you talk about number one non-defensive awards, you got Kevin Love, you got James Harden. Yeah, man. Top non-defensive player awards. Them dudes, man.
You got Kobe Bryant now.
Man, well, you know.
I mean, Kobe be like this, like
he be looking at the ball go by.
Just slap. No, sometimes he play tight defense. Man,
the whole
sometimes he play. Yeah,
the whole Laker team. You can look at them and just make a montage of no defense. Like I saw a Kobe. I mean, Kobe took a bad shot, but it was a 3-point shot. And legit, I saw what's the dude's name? I can't. It was one of the Bulls players. I can't remember since he's a small forward, but
Cook.
He ran right past D'Angelo Russell was like this, and then chased after him. I was like, D'Angelo Russell, you're supposed to leak out the minute the shot goes up, so the transition can't happen. And then he just runs past D'Angelo Russell and gets the layup. I was like, oh, okay. Oh yeah, Lakers. But yeah, guys, going on to the next topic.